it's all crumbly on the bed, Mo.
Oh, Maddie.
Oh,
This was a big
Feral.
mistake.
It was, wasn't it?
It's all right. We can get the vacuum. We're going to clean.
We need the bed vacuum.
I still think that's a great idea.
It's a normal vacuum.
No, just a bed. It's
I can't hear anything.
This is
just
a routine. I can't hear anything.
fix it.
Fix it.
Take the rabbits in.
That was very ambitious of us to think we could record downstairs.
Well, we're back up here now.
Hey, look, I got a new drop from Simon's episode.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, got a new drop. I don't know when we're going to use it, but I promise you, in one of our recordings or when we have an upcoming guest, I will find the perfect moment to drop.
What, are you going to find a boyfriend in 2 months? The form's coming up.
What?
What are you going to find a boyfriend in 2 months? The formal's coming up. I don't know why. I just love
it
that.
It will come in handy, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll find the perfect spot for it.
Thank you again for Simon coming on. That was so great.
That was so fun.
That was so much fun. Oh my gosh. I had the best time.
We had a 10 out of 10 day with
10 out of 10 day. And his dog.
Oh, Ernie.
He's so cute.
He's the
We should
best.
post a photo of them.
Yeah.
They were so cute.
Ernie and Maddie together.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about as well was our other listener.
Katie.
Katie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've just realized, like, she's listened to almost every episode, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And I haven't met her.
No.
Right.
I told her she should come on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. But I feel like when I meet her, I want it to be a big deal for her. Do you know what I mean?
You have mentioned this.
Yeah, I wanted. I'm like, you've listened to me for a long time. Like, your mind better be blown.
You expect it to be like meeting a celebrity.
It should be. You've listened to me talk for almost 10 hours, Katie. You should be, oh my God, it's Jenny. Sorry,
right
shrill.
in my ear
Sorry.
again.
Yeah.
Well, would you be like that if you met Andrew Hubowitz?
His name is Andrew Huberman. I do like Andrew Huberman. I do like.
And would you be, like a fangirl?
Listen, this is going to sound wanky, but I genuinely don't think I would be excited meeting any celebrity.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm alone here. Maybe it's just an our age thing, but I just think I'm just very aware of what that experience is. Do you know what I mean? Like, they must meet people I'm not going to have a connection with them. And also, one thing I've learned over the years is quite often, especially when you're a fan of someone because of their art, it can ruin it when you meet them, particularly an actor,
You think so?
Who have you met that's famous? But who's the most famous person you've met?
I've met Jason Momoa.
What?
Did you not know this?
Oh my God!
Now you're fangirly.
No.
I'll have you know I did not react like that.
But I just wasn't expecting. Because I'm sitting here on my fucking high horse being like, yeah, I've worked in the entertainment industry. Like, I met Delta Goodrum and I worked with her like when I was at Nickelodeon and it just wasn't a big deal. You're like, yeah, I met fucking Aquaman. I just wasn't expecting someone so famous.
Well, I know him as Drogo from what's it called?
I thought that was your nickname for him.
Oh yeah, that is.
So what happened? Did you
He was at
sleep with him?
Frankie's.
He was at Frankie's.
In the city, yeah.
In the city.
He was just drinking.
What
he
were
was
you-
really drunk.
What were you doing?
I was just there drinking too.
Did you go up and say hi?
Yeah, I said hi. Got a photo with him actually. I don't know where the photo is
my
now, but
gosh.
he's huge.
Yeah,
He's such a big dude.
I can't believe you haven't told me this. How long was the interaction?
No, not long. He was just there,
was
And
just
I was like,
there.
oh, okay, it's that guy.
Were you who?
I wasn't into Game of Thrones, so I was like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's him.
How funny that I've just totally contradicted myself. I've just seen them going, I wouldn't be that excited if I met
Yeah,
a
and you're like,
celebrity. I know. I think in my
Losing
head,
your
I'd like to
mind.
think maybe I'm. This is a big lie. Maybe this is a big.
I
fat
think
lie.
you might.
Oh, well, I guess it is. It's like in practice, I'm aware of this interaction. He put it this way: my expectations for the interaction would be low, but okay, I guess for sure you couldn't help but get excited.
I think you'd be a bit excited. I don't remember feeling excited. I was like, oh yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah,
that's cool that he's here. And then we got a photo. It was like
who
a group
were you
photo.
Who were you with?
Oh, my ex and
right, so a group
some
of
friends.
people.
Yeah.
Were you the one that initiated? Did you go up and go?
No, I think he maybe said hi and shook his hand and whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, hey, and then we just got a photo with him. He was really drunk. He was super drunk.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, because he's so huge, it was just like really intimidating, and
it was
just like I don't really want to have a conversation.
He
with
seemed
him.
like he'd be a friendly guy.
I'm sure, but he was quite drunk.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. You are here with Danny and Maddie on Momoa Chat. This is where the podcast is going in a new direction. This is episode 1. Forget about remember that. This is Momoa Chat.
I've also met Danny McBride.
Guys, we are changing direction of the podcast again. Momoa Chat is old news. We couldn't get it off the ground. We couldn't get enough listeners. McBride Chat. That's a good one.
He's nice.
Where
I
did you
think.
meet Danny McBride?
He used to go to the bar that
There's a lot of bars you're meeting.
that
with
Ding Dong
celebrities.
owned. I used to go to a lot of bars because I
sure,
dated
sure.
guy. And,
Sure.
yeah, he's nice. He's funny.
Where was he just drinking at a bar?
Yeah, just drinking there.
And you went up. You
They were kind of mates with him. He used because when he was filming that movie that was here. What was that?
I don't know.
With Franco or whatever.
James Franco.
Yeah. Wasn't it? I don't know. It was some movie they filmed here.
They shot in Australia.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. But
Anyway,
whatever. Yeah.
Boring.
Wow.
So
You're like,
met Paris Hilton.
You're like, so what'd you say? What'd you say? Yeah.
You've met Paris Hilton. You said she was pretty.
I have. Yes. Oh, she was gorgeous. I was blown away. I was.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, she was fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
She's like 2 out of 10. No, she had an aura about her for sure. She came into the
And you're like, hey,
what?
Paris.
I didn't meet her. I waved. No. I was smiling at her, and she looked at me and waved.
She was in a limousine driving past.
No,
You're like,
she was
Paris!
in the studio. She came into Viacom offices when I was working there.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just being silly.
Yeah. I'm such a liar. I'm sitting here going, I wouldn't be excited.
You're
if
a
I
big
met
fan,
celebrity,
girl.
but it's
Worse
just like
than me.
it's like saying it and living it. I guess 2 very different things. Yeah. Anyway, maybe we can do that as another episode. Most
Celebrity
famous people.
crushes.
Celebrity crushes. Most famous people you've met.
I've already said mine. So.
Who was your celebrity crush?
I
I feel like I've asked you this before.
I don't like celebrities that much. Maybe Tom Hardy. He's probably
Good looking man.
yeah.
Good looking man. Tom Hardy
He's
in
dreamy.
what movie?
Hunky.
All right, calm down. You already said dreamy.
I don't know. Any
Bang?
I
He was
don't.
Bang?
I haven't seen Bang.
No, not Bang. Bane. The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Bang. I haven't seen Bang. I haven't seen Bang. Is that his porno? I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen Bang. No.
Bang 1 and 2.
Bang 1 and 2. Bane.
Yeah, he was good as Bane.
Yes. Yeah.
I just think because he's really talented. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, that's why you're into me. Anyway, so...
Well, we haven't done an intro.
oh, shit. You're right. Maddie, would you like to introduce us in 3, 2, 1?
Hello.
Whoa! You wanted to let that one linger. You wanted to give it a big. So today we are talking about my first beer. It was a topic that I thought of, and I'm curious because I don't know this about you. And we're saying my first beer, but I think what I'd like to include is the first time you smoked a cigarette, the first time you did drugs, the first kind of step out into, I think everybody remembers their first sip of beer, or at least I do.
I do.
All right, so Maddie.
Like
when was-
literal beer.
Or drink alcohol, but let's just say my first beer just for argument's sake. So Maddie, when was your first beer?
Well, I remember my first literal beer. I
Ooh.
don't remember if it was
Your first
my
drop of alcohol?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Probably not. I'm sure I tried a bit of something before,
Mm-hmm.
mum's wine or something.
Yeah.
But I remember trying beer for the first time. It was disgusting.
It is the first time
and
you
it
have it.
remains disgusting.
You still
to
don't
me.
like it?
I hate it.
I love it.
Hate beer.
Mm.
Yuck.
Yuck. Interesting. What was the scenario? When did you have your
Okay,
first-
so I was with my big sister, play the theme, and my cousin, you know, the one I wrote about in my story.
Smelly.
Yeah, Smelly.
Mhm.
And funnily enough, it was the school holidays. That's why we were all together.
Mhm.
And my uncle Big Nose,
Yep.
we decided to
If you remember
sneak-
from episode 11, Maddie's yearbook, her uncle, she wrote about, had a big nose. Go on.
we decided to try one of his beers.
Oh, so he had him in the fridge? Where did he have him?
I think it might not have been cold.
Oh, no. Oh, that's the worst. Oh, God.
Made it
Oh.
10 times worse.
How old were you?
Probably about maybe 12.
Yeah, this is the age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
11, 12. That's where you
Mm.
go, I could do what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're no different from me.
I just want to know what it's like. Why
Yep.
do adults like this?
Yep.
You know, why do they drink this?
Mhm.
So we decided to steal one of his beers. I don't think it was from the fridge.
Yep.
we were staying in our grandma's house and
Okay.
B's house.
Yeah.
Decided to take sips of it each. And
What was NB doing? She was meant to be the guardian.
well, the parents were there.
Oh.
All of them.
Drinking beers, I'm assuming.
I think so.
Yeah.
And so they were preoccupied.
Yeah.
And we somehow got it open. I
Yeah.
think Phoebe got it open somehow.
Yeah.
And took sips of it each until we finished it.
Until you finished it.
It was only one bottle between three.
But it's interesting that your reaction wasn't having a sip and going, just
Well,
let's
it was.
but you persisted, you pushed through, which I do think is how long it takes to get accustomed to beer and wine.
I'm still not accustomed to it, though.
I think it takes years of pushing through and then being like, actually,
Well,
this isn't bad.
definitely, because I'm working with a 21-year-old at the moment, and
Yeah.
she hates wine. And I'm like, you'll probably like it eventually. And
Yeah.
she's like, no, it's disgusting.
That's right.
But she doesn't mind beer, so there you go.
Well, and even I remember doing underage drinking. Oh, we're going to jump around here a bit, but even underage drinking when I used to go out and like go to parks or cinemas or whatever. It's like you wouldn't get the beers, you'd get like Woodstocks. Yeah.
What's a Woodstock?
Oh my gosh, you call yourself a bogan from the country?
Oh, is that the
Bourbon
Bundy?
and Coke.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
I was about to just get up and leave.
No,
I
I'm
was like,
pretty sure.
what are you talking
All
about?
the Bogan boys, yeah, used to have that.
100%.
Woodstock, yeah. It's coming back to me now.
And then I think the girls, sometimes I would get Smirnoff Ice
Loved a Smirnoff.
or a vodka cruiser.
UDLs.
Oh, UDLs, sure, yeah.
Or cruisers.
Or a vodka cruiser, yeah. Which it's really funny because when you think about that,
Guava
it's
was
like,
my favourite.
who else but 17-year-olds is drinking?
Yeah, nobody.
That's like their market, I think.
Yeah, 100% it is. Nobody's drinking
Because
that.
you drink that as now, or like even when you get into your 20s and you're like, oh, that's
It's
fucking disgusting.
disgusting.
Yeah. And it's more
Oh.
expensive. And, ugh.
It's vile.
So that was, wow, so that's 11 years old. What about your first cigarette?
Yeah, I do remember this. I should. I don't know if I should tell the story.
Okay. We
no,
can cut
but
it
I
out.
know Mum doesn't listen.
Okay.
So. She had a friend over once.
Okay.
Who smoked. Actually, Mum
Smokey
smoked
Deb.
for a bit. Smokey Deb. I don't remember her name. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mum used to smoke for a bit, but I never had one of Mum's. She must have hidden them really well, or I didn't look for them.
Okay.
But I know that this friend smoked.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I am feeling rebellious. I want to try this. I just want to know
How
what
old?
it's
11?
like.
It was the same day. It was like the most rebellious day Maddie ever had. You're like, okay, we've done beer.
What else can we do?
What else can we do? Now let's go kiss a boy. No, you'd already done that.
Tyler. No, it might have been about 14. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But she had cigarettes and this is really bad, but I went into her bag and took a cigarette out of her bag and I was smoking it in the bathroom. And
by yourself.
Yep. I probably wasn't doing it right. But I felt really cool.
Like it wasn't even lit and you're like, smoke it.
And Phoebe caught me.
Oh my God, what did she do?
I can't remember, but I think.
Did she tell on you?
No, I don't.
Was she like, give us a puff?
Maybe. I'll have to ask her.
What
about
did
it.
you say when she caught you?
I think I was
Were
just like, oh.
Were you like, I was just trying to be cool. I just wanted to be cool.
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, what about you?
Wait, what about the first time you did? What was the first drug you did? Was it marijuana? Do you like that's the...
It would have had to have been.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Yeah. We did pop brownies.
That was your first?
Yeah.
Not smoking a cone or anything.
No.
You literally did a fucking edible.
Yeah.
Wow, that's diving in the deep end.
I
was
don't know if
weak?
it was done very well.
Okay.
Because it was a friend in high school and she made them
Wow.
and I don't remember it being good.
But did you get stoned?
A little bit.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
you know when you do things as a kid and you usually don't have enough to make you feel it,
Yep.
but you still kind of, it's a placebo, so you think it's working.
Yeah. So you lean into the feeling and you're like, whoa. Yeah, totally.
This is so fun.
Yep. No, I do. I know exactly what you're talking about. Can I actually just ask before we go to me? What I'm curious about as well is, so we remember your first beer, but what about the first time you actually got drunk and felt drunk?
So we had a sleepover, I think maybe in year 7, and it was a bunch of girls
Yep.
staying at someone's house, and it was she had this massive house with kind of another kind of granny flat that we were all sleeping in, and I don't think her parents were home.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is always the story, isn't it? Parents, if you're listening, if you leave, this is what's going to happen. All right? Be warned.
That's exactly what happened. For some reason, there was just a massive bottle of Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Disgusting. And some, I don't think they were cruisers. What's the other one? Not UDLs, but there's another one, like a breezer, Bacardi breezers.
Oh, Bacardi breezes!
We had those.
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh, Bacardi breezes, yes.
Ew. And we all just got wasted. And we were just running around. There was a movie on, but we weren't watching it.
Yeah.
We all just went a little bit mad, I think.
Yeah.
One girl had a knife at one point.
A knife? Wait.
Yeah, it got a bit out of hand, actually.
Yeah. What can you explain the knife? Or did you just look up and you were like, oh.
Well, yeah, we sort of just noticed she had it.
Yeah.
And we're just sort of like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We're-
She's just standing going, I don't believe any of you. Like she just says some weird statement. You're like, oh God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, and she was sort of testing how sharp it was against her palm.
Holy shit.
And
This chick's still alive?
I think so, as far as I know.
Yeah.
And then the host, got it off her and
The host got it off her. Like, okay, let's.
okay, let's.
So you had to talk someone down off the ledge the first time you got drunk.
Yeah, but we were doing silly things outside, just cartwheels and stuff. And
How did you handle the feeling of it?
when you're in a group and
That's
you're
what I was gonna
young,
say.
It's
That kind of
contagious feeling of
yes, and also I feel like that kind of
the excitement.
but also like. So the first time I got drunk, I was by myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, not initially. I was with someone, but then I went home, and then I just had to be drunk by myself. And it was just
Oh no.
all I remember is the feeling of being like, this is a new feeling that I haven't felt before.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you're in a group of people, it's a different situation because you're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're not really noticing what's going on.
Yeah.
in your-
There's so much stimulation and stuff around you. So yeah. So my first beer, was, I think my first sip of beer was at one of Matt's parties.
Okay.
And
yeah, you had older brothers.
Yes, I had older brothers. So I was there for a lot of parties.
Probably when you were too young.
My brother Matt had a party once. He was meant to be babysitting me, and he put me downstairs. And
locked you in the basement.
No, he didn't lock me there, but he just like set me up with video games and was just like, "You just stay down here." And and he just had so many friends over, and they were all drinking, and they were all drinking,
Drunking.
and they were all drinking.
It's when you drink when you're already drunk.
Yeah, drunking. They were all drinking. They were all making so much noise. Music was playing. It was crazy.
It was so crazy.
And I remember I got so upset that I started playing music downstairs. I was just like,
having your own little party.
yeah, and then I think Maddie, I think Matt came down and checked on me, and then was like, "All right, fuck it, just go upstairs and mingle with people." I guess.
How old were you?
Oh, I reckon this might have even still been primary school.
Oh no!
Yeah. And I remember Mum and Dad called to check in, and he got the entire party to be quiet.
Oh my God.
He got everyone in the house
It's impressive.
to be quiet. He shut the music off. I remember weirdly threatening people
With
to
a
shut
knife.
up. No, just to be like, shut the fuck up.
It's like Tiny Danny being like, shut up.
Yes.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up. Or you're going to be in so much. Like, I just felt like I wanted to threaten people at that moment. I don't know why. But I was threatening people. I was telling people to shut up. Like, why? And then Matt was like, "Hey, yeah, he's good. Yeah, we're just been watching, you know." And then like hangs up.
You didn't want your party to be ruined either.
No.
That's why you were threatening people. You make one fucking sound.
I was hanging out with the big boys, you know. It was
It's
fun.
cute.
And then anyway, I remember this guy, his little brother was in my year, and then his older brother was in Matt's year, and got really drunk and started throwing up in our bathtub, and they were just running the bath, and he was just like, "Oh fuck." And Matt, I was like scared, like watching it, and Matt grabbed me and was like, no, come on, it's okay. And people were writing on him, like signing him. And I was so scared. But then for some reason, when I got closer and they said, "Danny, you do it," then I was writing. Then I wrote on him.
This is while he was vomiting in the bath.
While he was vomiting in the bath.
And he didn't notice people riding on his back.
I don't think he could. I don't think in that situation he could do anything.
He had the capacity to stop them. Oh my God, what'd you write?
I wish I remembered.
Danny was here.
Yeah, it was maybe my name or something like that.
1998.
Yeah, and then he left, and we were left with a lot of, fucking boys back then, man, in the 90s. Teenagers. Woof.
Was it all boys?
No. It was a co-ed school. There were girls there too.
Were you flirting with the girls?
Probably. Would have started young.
Little Casanova.
Hey.
You would have been so annoying.
When you dumped, I was. I was very, very annoying little brother for sure. I was the little
annoying.
brother. I was the little brother that like just came. Just anytime they had friends over, I just rather be like, "Hey," and I just want to hang out.
My little sister was like that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah,
It's the little sibling energy.
100%.
Just really annoying.
But anyway, I remember the first beer I had, and then just going to the bathroom and just like washing my mouth out because I was so like, oh my God.
Did Matt give it to you?
No, one of his friends. Oh, actually, it might have been Darren's friend. It might have been one of Darren's parties, actually. I think it was. Yeah. So I was really young. I was like 9 or 10 or 11 or something. I was like, I don't know, I was young.
And you hated the taste of it.
I didn't like it.
You had a sip of it?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I was
disgusting,
like,
isn't it?
yuck, why do people have this? What is this?
It's horrible.
And then my first cigarette would have been one of Matt's parties. Yeah. I can't actually remember my first cigarette. I couldn't tell. Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm sorry to throw you under the bus, but I feel like it might have been Cherie.
3 cigarettes.
I'm pretty, maybe. I don't know. But my but I've got 2 stories. And one's connected to, so one's about the first time I got drunk, and the other is the first time I got high. And they're both stories that left me very overwhelmed by the feeling. So I got drunk with my friend Chris. He lived up the road. We got drunk. We got into his parents' liquor cabinet and whatever. And it was just like, and then his mum and dad were coming home. So he's just like, all right, you got to go. And he had to just act sober. So I just walked home, and I remember stumbling around and leaning into the stumbling around and kind of almost breakdancing at home because I was just so this feels so weird. I was so just wow, like moving my head around, bopping up and down, just being like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Because it affects your body.
It does.
In such a different way that you just not used to.
Yeah. And then the story of when I first got high, this was with Tim. It's an inside joke. So the story with Tim, I went and got high with him and this guy called Justin, and I probably some other people were there, and we got high. And again, I was so overwhelmed by the feeling, and it freaked me out.
Mm.
And I remember sitting at the, it was, I think, either at Chroma or Coleroy, and just sitting there and just being like, oh, I can't move. I can't move. And I went to a phone box and I called mum and dad, and they refused to pick me up.
Oh.
They're just like, nah.
Why?
I think because I snuck, because I wasn't meant to go, or I can't remember. They did that a lot. They were like, we're not picking you up.
Wow.
Yeah.
And were you at his house?
No, we were at the shops.
You were high at the shops?
We were we were walking around, like some back, maybe out the back of a school or something, and then we walked up to the shops and got munchy food, and then they were like, we got to go home, and then I was like, Justin, please don't leave me. I was like, I'm freaking out. I couldn't move. I was so sunken into the ground, which now being a casual stoner today, I'm like, yeah, I get it, man.
How old were you?
I reckon 14.
Oh.
Yeah, I reckon 14, maybe 15. And then I stood up because I was like, I've got to just go home. And I remember walking the entire way home and feeling like I was an astronaut. Feeling like I was walking on the moon the whole way home. So it actually wasn't that bad.
I mean, it's quite fun, really.
Yeah.
That's quite a way to walk, though.
Oh, yeah.
How long did it take?
Probably 45 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah. I ran. The amount of walking I used to do as a kid is insane.
Yeah.
I used to just go, oh, fuck. Because I lived in Beacon Hill, and public transport to there was just a nightmare. Like they only came so often, and so I'd just go, oh, fuck it, I'll just walk. Because I hated waiting at the bus stop. It was like 18 minutes, and I'd go, well, think about how far I could get if I just walk.
Yeah.
For 18 minutes, I'd almost be halfway home.
Well, you just bounced home that night.
I just bounced. Yeah. Let me ask you, what was, so moving beyond your first beer, what was kind of like, did you do a lot of underage drinking?
I didn't really, until I was an older teenager,
Like 16, 17.
16, 17.
Yeah.
But even then, I wasn't a big drinker.
But there was always, maybe it was different for you because it was the country, but what was always the tricky thing about underage drinking was acquiring the alcohol.
Yeah.
Right? You had to have someone or find someone to buy it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You had a list of different things that you wanted, which, again, the audacity. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, whoever's getting it for you, just like they're breaking the law. Just be thankful that they're doing it for you. Just go, just whatever. Just get whatever.
You know what? I don't remember it being a massive problem in the country.
Yeah, you just walked into the bottle-o.
Well, yeah, that and also
kids.
I never personally did it, but they were just older boys, you know.
Yeah.
That would just give it to you, which, you know, dodgy. Now you think
older
about
boys, like adults?
over 18, but also I had, you know, my sister was 18 months older than me. So
Yeah, so So you're in that sweet spot. So I think I started drinking and doing that before. Once Cherie turned 18, it was. I'm sorry, I don't want to implicate you, Cherie, but
poor Cherie. Well, it's the same with my sister.
once my sister was 18, it was all bets are off. You know.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
We had a really big New Year's Eve party at our house once.
Okay, yeah.
When I think we were all underage.
Yeah.
And Mum wasn't home for some reason. But you know, my grandma lives across the street.
Yes.
So she was home.
Oh no.
I don't think we were supposed to have. I think we were allowed to have some people over, but I don't think it was supposed to be
As
a big
many
party.
and you had heaps.
Basically,
Oh my
most of our school turned up.
Oh, because there's 3 of you, right?
Yeah.
So it was each purple. Wow.
I can't
Did a
remember
fight
where
break out or
Eva
anything?
was though. It was mostly me and Phoebe, you know, and I don't know. I think Eva was with her friends in Tamworth or something.
It's all right, buddy.
Everything was fine, but it did get a bit out of hand.
No fights broke out or anything?
No,
Okay.
but NB, Mum obviously charged NB with coming over to check on us every so often.
Yeah.
She came over. She had this little dog at the time, right?
Yeah.
She came over with her little dog
Oh,
on
no.
a leash.
Yeah.
She was in a dressing gown
Yeah.
with, you know, the old woman curlers or like Bono or whatever she had.
Oh no. Oh no.
And she'd burst through the front door.
Oh no.
And with a torch.
Oh no.
We'd have to hide people.
You scatter. Did everyone scatter? Everybody scattered. Yeah. The scatter was a big part. The cops come or the parents go, run! Yeah.
We hid most of the boys.
Yeah.
You know, they go up into Phoebe's room, which is in the attic.
Yes,
and go onto the roof or something.
Oh my gosh.
Or out the window.
Yeah.
Or on the balcony and
Yeah.
hide onto the table.
Were you dating anyone at the time or were you interested in anyone? Like what was the love situation?
I think I was dancing with a boy.
Right. Okay. I was dancing with a
don't
boy. Okay.
remember.
Yeah.
But you know, I'd had a few cruises by that point. And
Watch
you know,
out, Maddie's had some cruises.
Just that.
So you said dancing with a boy, but you didn't care which boy. You were just they were all sitting on the lounge, and you just danced through the lounge room. You're like,
Hey, boys.
hey, I don't know, so you're gonna get this party started.
See anything you like? Speak up.
They're all just sitting there. They're all just sitting there, just kind of awkwardly,
They're all
and you're
chatting.
yeah, and just go, just shaking your ass in their faces.
My humps. My humps. My humps.
Hey, because this boy's name's Jacob and this boy's name is Angela. I wish Tyler was here.
I'd had a few cruises. You picking them up one by one.
My humps.
Oh God.
For those
Maddie's 3 cruises deep again.
For those who are wondering what's going on, Danny got up out of his seat and
I
was
did.
acting that whole thing
I
out.
was. And it felt good. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, well, now you know how I felt.
Yeah.
My humps.
Totally was my hump.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh God.
That was my jam.
I'll never forget when we were very, very early into our relationship, when we like just started dating. We went out for dinner. Do you remember this?
I don't know. Keep going.
It was we went out for dinner. We had a pasta. We were eating pasta, and we were talking about music.
Yeah.
And you go, I was like, oh yeah, like that song. gasolina.
yeah.
You with you couldn't wait to say it. You had a mouthful of pasta and you were just so excited and you just went, that is my fucking jam. It was really early on. That is my fucking jam. I don't know if it was that early on, but it was
And that was the moment you knew.
I actually loved it. I actually was like, that's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah.
Anyway, back to my New Year story.
Yeah, sorry.
Just the vision of NB, like
Yeah.
the silhouette of her bursting through the front door with a dog and a torch in her like
That would've been
dressing gown.
terrifying.
It was because it was such a dark night.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's like, nah.
Just like the fucking.
There's lightning
Yeah.
behind her.
What are you doing? You're too drunk to notice. Like, you go, Andy, come on! You're grabbing her by the arms.
My hands.
Basically. No, I remember getting quite drunk and Phoebe feeding me bread.
Oh no!
So NB would like patrol around the house with her torch and just like sort of shine it in the corners.
So she
She went out the back and
wow. So she was like, "You've got people here," and you were like, "No, we don't."
well, she knew people were there, but
Yeah.
we hid a lot of them. And I remember one of our friends, Adam, he was very funny.
Yeah.
He hid in the pantry. We had sort of this walk-in pantry,
Yeah.
my house,
Yeah.
where the fridge is.
Yes.
But there used to be like a sliding door.
Okay.
And he sort of like,
Adam, because of Adam, you got rid of that.
we had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
He like sort of made himself into a flatboard behind the sliding door.
Oh my gosh, imagine if he got caught. I would have been so scared if it was Adam. I'm actually so invested in this. I'm thinking
That's
about
right.
Adam being behind there and be like, oh God,
That's right.
Adam, get out of there.
Get out of there. I just remember several times her coming over and all the boys just finding
Just
a hiding
scattering.
spot.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a different hiding spot every time.
Yeah. Well, there's
And,
a lot of hiding spots in there. Did they ever go down in the basement?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
See, that
And-
would be under the house. That's where I'd
under the
go.
house. She came out to the balcony and I think there was a one of the boys
Or
was
down by the river. That's where I would have run.
Yeah, I didn't think of it. One
Yeah.
of the boys was lying on one of the pew seats outside.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, like lying flat down.
lying
Oh,
down
that's
on
so
it, and
funny.
NB shines her torch. She's like, "Is that a boy?"
Oh no! And what did he
Just
do?
like,
What did he do?
I think he just pretended to be asleep.
Pretended to be asleep.
I don't remember.
Oh, sorry. Oh God, I must have sleptwalked. I live 2 streets over. Sorry.
It was such a fun party.
Oh yeah.
The boys were doing we had a swag unrolled.
Remind me what a swag is again.
It's a kind of a tent mattress.
Okay.
It rolls up.
Yes.
And you
Yeah. I
can
know it.
sleep on it.
I know
And
it, yep.
So we had a swag unrolled upstairs in Phoebe's room,
Yeah.
and the boys were doing what they called flips on it, but they were just doing forward rolls.
Oh, that's so fun.
It was really fun.
That's so fun. Yeah. I had.
Did you have any parties at your place?
I
Your
did.
parties? not your brother's?
Yeah. Early in high school, and Mum she sniffed out the alcohol. People were going down to the park and taking swigs, and she came in. Mum fucking got out there like the Terminator and fucking confiscated it from everyone.
I can imagine your mum being fierce when she was younger.
Yeah.
So you had to be really secretive about it. You had to go out to the park.
Yeah, like the thing about my house is there was a lot. It was easy to sneak in and out of. There was a lot of entrances and exits. There was a lot of windows that opened all the way that you could climb out of.
Well, we recently broke into your parents' house. Remember?
We did. Yeah, well, no longer my parents' house anymore. They've got someone
Yeah.
else living there. They're about to sell it, but
We had to break in because they weren't home.
they weren't home. And there was no way, and I was just like, oh, what are we gonna just? And yeah, that was a nightmare. But anyway, yes. So I did, but the thing that we did, and this is what I'm curious about as well, for you is like, what was when there wasn't a party? Because the dilemma that you're in as a teenager who's coming of age, and you're like, okay, we're gonna start drinking and hanging out on a Friday night and stuff. Is if there wasn't a party on, you know, you still needed somewhere to go. You still needed something to do.
Oh, yeah.
And what would happen was we would go to a place called Fisherman's Beach, which was just like next to this kind of beach that just no one was at during the nighttime.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like late at night.
Cool.
You just go down there. We'd sometimes bring music. It was not that cool.
It sounds cool though.
Yeah, but you know, did you have a version of that, or was it just like, if there's a house party, we're drinking, if not?
Well, we had a friend, Pato.
Pato! Was he one of the boys that hid?
Yeah, he would have been.
Yeah.
So Pato's parents didn't really give a fuck.
There was always one!
Yeah. And that was Pato. So
That
we used to
is
drink at
lucky.
Pato's house. And because I lived inside a small town, everyone's house is walking distance away.
Yeah, for sure.
You just walk there and walk home.
That's fucking awesome.
But often we would drink at Pato's.
Yep.
Just do weird stuff there.
Yeah.
And then we'd go down to the river and swim at night.
Wow, that's fun.
We'd all trek down there.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
dangerous
we'd be
and
like,
fun.
big wall, because you know the river has two walls,
Yes,
a big
yeah,
wall
yeah.
and a little wall.
Yeah.
We'll be like, big wall time, and we'd all trek down there and just get nude sometimes and just jump off the wall.
Even with the boys?
Yeah.
Wow.
And just
see their little penises.
I think they did undies, but
But
we'd go topless or something.
Wow.
And we'd just jump off the big wall. So dangerous. In the middle of the night.
That is crazy.
Right?
That's country kids, right? That's
we
country
just
kids
didn't
doing
care.
wild shit.
Didn't think about it.
I don't think, maybe we skinny dipped actually. Yeah. I feel like the girls got their titties out sometimes.
Woo!
Yeah. There was definitely a lot of making
Yeah,
out.
did you swim?
Sometimes we'd go to the beach. Oh, no, never at Fisherman's. No,
Right.
the water was disgusting. It was like
It's like a wharf.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It was like a wharf. It wasn't like a...
I probably still would have swum though.
Yeah, it was never... And from memory, it was always quite cold down there as well. Because, you know, you're down by the wind, even in summer. Like, I don't remember it ever... keep in mind, this was probably like 1 or 2 years or something over a couple of weekends. And then I wouldn't always go because I was like, it was just the same thing every time. And it was just a bit...
Oh, you got bored of it.
Oh man, I can't remember. Like I out of the memories I have there, definitely, yeah. Fuck, I don't know. The thing is I changed friend groups a lot because people moved. Because I was really good friends with Tim, and then he changed schools.
Oh,
I know. But yeah, and then James changed schools when he went to Freshie, and then like it was just it was just a constant whatever.
what I think is really cute though is that you're still friends with most of these guys.
Yeah. I think some of them there's still like love and a friendship there, but it's like, oh man, I should contact them more and stuff. Tim is someone that I can go, Tim, that I can go. He messaged me for my birthday this year, like buddy. And I can go. It's like I can go so long without talking to Tim, and I still feel like, he's one of my closest mates.
That's sweet.
He might feel the same. I was a groomsman at his wedding,
Yeah.
and he will be at mine when we become betrothed.
Whoa.
Don't worry, I'll cut that out.
What, are you going to find a boyfriend in 2 months? The form's coming up.
No, it's green.
That was
Don't worry, we'll
pretty-
cut that out.
That was a good spot though.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. It's like, Maddie, who else are you going to marry?
What, are you going to find a boyfriend in 2 months? The form's coming up.
No, if I were to get married again, he'd definitely be a groomsman. But yeah, no.
To who?
What, are you going to find a boyfriend in 2 months? The form's coming up.
I knew it was going to be a good drop. I knew it. I knew it.
I think this would be a good topic to have with the guest.
What?
My first beer, my first drink.
We'll do it again.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah. So let's scrap this. We'll start again. No, for sure. For sure. I think everyone's got stories. Yeah. It's super lucky that you had somebody's friend, like, you know what I mean? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there were parents that, look, there were probably just bad parents who didn't give a fuck. But then I think there was another breed of parents who were quite smart when they would think like, look, these motherfuckers are going to, like, I remember being their age.
Anyway.
They're going to do it. I'd rather them do it here.
Yeah.
You know, because then I know they're not out, you know, getting into fights or getting arrested or fucking, you know, doing something like that. Because then they can control it as well. They're like, well, I'm not getting you fucking 6 cases, you know. Yes, you can have a 4-pack.
I think that's smart.
When you first turned 18, like what was, you know, did you guys go clubbing or go to the pubs or anything like that?
Our version of club was the Imperial at Tamworth.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It all went off, to be fair.
Yeah. Was this the one where you told me, because when I brought up Gasolina, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but when I brought up Gasolina, you were like, there was a jukebox there.
Yeah, no, that was in Manila.
Oh,
so
okay.
we did have a jukebox at one
You
of
said
the
you used to
pubs.
dance on the table.
It was 2 of the pubs actually. So the Royal.
Yeah.
And then so all our pubs are within walking distance in the same street, really.
Yeah.
There was the PO, which you'd go to have a couple of drinks.
Which one did we
maybe.
go to for lunch?
We went to the Royal.
The Royal, right?
So you'd go to
Nice.
PO.
Yeah.
For a couple of drinks. There was never a good vibe there, really. You could never really dance there. So you'd have maybe a few pre-drinks there. You go across the Royal, check out what's happening there, maybe play some pool.
Yep.
They had a jukebox there. There was a bit of dancing, but they didn't really have a dance floor. But the dance floor was at the bottom. So you go from PO across the Royal down to the bottom, right?
The bottom of...
The bottom pub.
Oh, it's called The Bottom.
It was actually, we call it the bottom.
Oh, okay. What's it called?
The Imperial.
Oh, God.
But there was another Imperial in Tamworth. Very confusing.
Okay.
The bottom was the dancing pub.
Okay.
So it had a good dance floor. Sometimes they'd even have a DJ.
Oof.
I know. But they had this really mad jukebox. So you put on your songs on the jukebox. You line them up. Be like, Gasolina, My Humps, whatever the fuck else. You know, your dancing songs.
Yes, yep.
And then we would just absolutely grind the place up.
It's like the boys at your party.
What?
Remember the boys at your party?
Yeah. Well, it was.
My ham's gone. Hey,
So-
can I say he's my ass in your face? Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
It was like 80-year-old men.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, my haps and boom to you. And
No, so Baby and I, you know, we know how to dance, so we were quite good at it.
All right.
And we would
Humble
just
brag.
dance a
So
lot.
I'm better than you.
Dance the night away, basically.
Yeah.
And then there was
Did you hear me? I said I'm better than you at dancing. Yeah, go on.
There was this one boy that was quite a good dancer as well. We'd always dance with him. Yeah.
What was his name?
Bevo. Shout out to Bevo.
Was he?
He was a good dancer, and yeah, it wasn't anything sus. We just danced with him a lot, and
Would you grind up on him?
yeah, a little bit.
Would he
but-
grind up on you?
Yeah, but it was more just like fun. You know, it wasn't sexual.
Sure.
Um,
Maybe not for you. Bevo hears
But it
this.
was-
He's like, I wanted it to be.
just
I went
nice.
home with blue balls every night.
It was just nice having a boy to dance with. that it
Sure.
wasn't-
And it was Bevo.
and it was Bevo.
It was Bevo.
He
Bevo was
the
the
one
guy.
Boy
He was the guy.
that knew how to dance.
Yeah, wow.
So we danced a lot, and
Yeah.
there was a one night where it was raining. We all got on the tables
Oof.
outside. We danced on the tables.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bevo, did he get on the table?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bevo
Yeah.
always danced with us.
So nothing ever happened with Bevo? You
No.
didn't pursue a relationship or you didn't
No.
let's say
No. He was just a funny guy, a bit like you probably. He's a bit
there
of
you
a
go.
comedian.
Yeah, like good dancer. Good dancer. Yeah, got it.
Not so much the dancing. Bit of a comedian. Like
Sure.
he was just naturally really funny and
Okay, calm down.
just part of the group.
Yeah, sure. Oh, okay, right.
Part
right,
of our
right.
group.
Yeah.
And
Did he go to high school with you? Or?
Yeah. He was in the year above me at high
okay.
school.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got it.
That was good times. Good
Yeah.
times. Occasionally we'd go to the bolo or the RSL, the wrestle they called it. That wasn't as fun because all the oldies were there. What about you when you first went to the pub?
Well, I mean, mine, and we won't fully get into it, but my trajectory was very different because I don't want to bore everyone here, so I won't go into it. But I started DJing very young.
Where's the one? Yeah.
Yeah. I the first time I went to a nightclub was to DJ. I didn't really experience going out clubbing.
Mm.
And then I did sometimes, and I was always just there like, oh, I wish I was DJing.
Oh.
Yeah, I like it. It's
That's
fun.
cute.
Yeah.
DJ Danny.
DJ Danny. No, that was not my DJ
No?
name.
What were you again?
Heroes of the Party.
That's so cute.
I know.
And you wore little masks.
We wore little masks.
You and James.
Me and James. Heroes of the Party.
Does he still wear a mask?
No.
'Cause James is still a DJ.
James
Well,
is
so
still.
are you, but
Oh yeah,
He's-
but he's
does
a
it
he's
a lot.
professional. He does it for work, and he's very good. Probably one of the best in the city and or country. He's very, very good at it.
little
He's very
plug for James.
yeah. Little plug for James
What's
Dollar Bear.
his-
Go look him up.
What's his name?
Dollar Bear. He's got a bunch of different names. I have no idea what one he'd want me to plug. But you know, Dollar Bear's probably a good place to start.
And does he wear a mask?
No,
Oh,
no, yeah,
it's
yeah.
disappointing.
I know it is disappointing, but anyway, yeah. So that's my first beer, right? Do we have any other stories? Do you have any other stories or anything that you'd want to recount?
Well, you know Adam who hid at the New Year's party?
Yes.
He was always doing funny, weird things. And one night when we were at Paddo's, the boys decided they wanted to light his bum on fire
Oh, boy.
because he had a hairy bum. So they wanted to try and light it up
Yeah, just light it up.
with deodorant and a lighter, you
Oof.
know. So they,
Yeah,
yeah, he was always doing silly things.
Yeah.
So he hurt himself a lot.
yeah.
So they did.
They lit it up. Yeah.
And it smelled so bad.
Oh my gosh.
Burning hair
Yeah.
and burnt his bum.
I think I told. Yeah.
They called him carpet ass.
That's great.
Yeah,
Carpet
that
ass is
was
really
his.
funny. That's really funny. Was
just
he
got his
screaming?
bum out all the time. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You've just reminded me of another story.
Mm.
This was. I swear I've told you this story because I messaged Tim. Do you remember this?
Mm-mm.
When I told you it, I was like, I bet Tim remembers it. And I messaged him and I was like, do you remember this? And he was like, of course I remember that. He was like, I'll
Oh, he
never
said
forget that. There you go. We were hanging out with Samantha and Sheena. We were at Samantha's house. And it was the four of us and we were preparing. We were just hanging out for her, and like her party was the following weekend, and we were just kind of like hanging out or whatever. And we got the idea to light Sheena's fart on fire.
Sure.
We
I'm
wanted,
sure everyone's tried it once.
we wanted to just try it, and Sheena needed to fart, and so she literally legs spread, put her legs in the air, and we put the lighter
Was
down
she
there.
nude?
No, just through the jeans. We put the lighter down there and it fucking worked.
No.
It literally propelled flame and we lost our mind.
You
Like
would.
we could not stop laughing. We were just like so shocked. Like it was such a mixture of emotions.
Yeah.
And then in this, it was such a roller coaster of emotions because it was her fart lighting on fire. It was shock, disbelief. It was so funny. We couldn't contain ourselves. And then right as we were going through all of that and it was starting to wind down, Samantha's dad got home and thought it would be funny to come up and bang on the window and scare us.
Oh.
So he just went, "What are you doing?" And he smashed bang, bang, bang on the window. And we then got so scared. Yeah.
We've lost it all over again.
It was such a journey of
wow.
and roller coaster of emotions. It was very scary.
How old were you?
Maybe 17.
I'm impressed that
16 maybe.
that Sheena felt like she could fart in front of you guys. I would have.
She was bogan as fuck.
But like,
She was the best. We were good friends. We were good
and
friends.
that didn't. Really
She was from
happen.
Brisbane. I think she was from Queensland.
Okay.
Yeah, like a bogan part of Queensland.
Good.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Sheena.
No. Look, she was really nice.
The level of
we
comfortableness.
We were really good friends. You know,
Aw.
yeah. Me and her and like a bunch of other people. We were very close. She was nice. All right. Well, I think that so concludes. Right. We've done a very good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. And
Good night, kids.
good night, kids.